So, tonight is my last night in Japan, and I guess people want to know, and more importantly, I want to know for the future, what are my feelings on my last night in Japan? Um, well, I'll explain. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, how do you feel about leaving Japan? I would have said, my time is done. I have a lot of things that I have to finish off in Canada. My degree in college, um, I have to find jobs, I have friends over there, I have all kinds of things. So I feel like I'm done here in Japan. That's what I would have told you 2 weeks ago. But speaking to you today, with less than 24 hours left in Japan, my feelings are a little bit different. And I think the change happened when I only had 1 week left in Japan. My feelings went from my time is done, I understand, it's over, to my time is done? What? Already? And it's strange how that change takes place. I can't explain to you how that change happened, but what I can explain is that it's different. You know, I've met a lot of people here in Japan that I would really call my friends. I think they understood me as a person, and they appreciated the time that I was able to have with them, and I appreciate the time that I had with them. But I think it's pretty normal to feel like this when you leave a country. So um, I guess a lot of the people that are watching my channel are interested in traveling to a foreign country. And this is the thing that you should be really aware of about when you leave a country, is that it feels kind of bittersweet. On the one hand, you're able to go back to your home country and you're able to meet the friends and family that have been with you from the beginning. I know for me, um, I've met a lot of friends over here, but it's not quite the same as my friends back home. So, for that reason, I'm super excited to meet my friends from back home again, but at the same time, the friends that I've met here are good people, and it's tough to compare those two relationships because on the one hand, I have a deeper connection with the people that I left back at home, but on the other hand, the people that are over here understood me in a different way because they know what it's like to be interested in this Japanese culture. They know what it's like to learn the language. They know what it's like to come to a new country and not know anybody. So it's a little bit different, the relationship that I've had with those people. I can't say it's a stronger relationship than I had with the people at home because even though they don't study Japanese and they don't know what it's like to live in this foreign country and study a foreign language from scratch, they still they're still like really good friends of mine. And it's not just that either. It's like an attachment to the cities that I visited. For example, I feel like Kyoto is kind of my home in a certain way. Living in Osaka, I visited Kyoto a couple times, and when I get off that train and I walk out and I see, Gion Shijo or Sanjo or Kawaramachi, for those of you that know what those areas are, it feels like, yeah, I know this area. I know this area like the back of my hand. This is, you know, my neighborhood. This is my area. And uh, at the same time, when I think about Vancouver, I think about the ocean. I think about the fresh air. I think about the forest. I think about Gastown, Granville Street, Robson Street, Davy Street, you know. I think about all these little things that I really feel like I know Vancouver in depth. And I was hoping to learn a city in Japan like that in depth. And I don't feel like I ever got to that level because, for example, Kyoto is probably the city I know best, but I basically know Sanjo, Shijo, Kawaramachi, Kiyamachi, Pontocho, and a few other areas like Shijo-omiya or Karasuma. I mean, this is a little bit of jargon for people that don't know Kyoto very well. But what I'm trying to say is that I know the main streets and a few small boroughs a little bit, but it's not like Vancouver. I mean, if somebody asked me where's a cool place in Vancouver, I probably wouldn't tell them to go to Granville Street, you know, because everybody goes to Granville Street. And that's the same thing in Kyoto. If somebody said, what's a cool street in Kyoto? I wouldn't say Kawaramachi, because everybody goes to Kawaramachi. And what's there? Some department stores, some simple restaurants, nothing special. So I feel like I know Vancouver more deeply, and even though I've been there for a long time, going back there and getting to experience that again is something that I put a lot of value into. Now, leaving Japan as a country altogether includes not just only departing from your friends and departing from these cities, but it also means departing from this culture that you've come to know. And for me, I'm a little bit lucky because even in Canada, there is a lot of Japanese culture, especially in my hometown, Vancouver. But it's not the same. Once again, a reference to my first video blog, the difference between Japanese people in Japan and Japanese people that travel abroad, there is a difference. So I think that should be noted. But it's gonna be it's gonna be more than anything, it's gonna be the lack of foreign culture. So in Japan, there's a lot of foreigners, but you go on the bus, people don't really talk to each other. On the train, people are pretty quiet. There's a certain sense of politeness in Japan that doesn't exist in foreign cultures, and that I'll definitely miss. There's a certain respect for individuals that doesn't exist in foreign cultures, and that I'll miss. And the thing that I'm a little bit frightened about is who knows how much I have changed since I've been here? Who knows how much Japanese culture I have adopted since I've been here? And who knows how well this new me will be able to adapt to life in Vancouver when I get back home. So that's something you guys should think about as well. When you travel abroad, especially for a decent amount of time, for example myself 6 months, you're gonna change. It might be a small change. It might be a change that you don't even notice. Like I don't think I really noticed the change that I've gone through, but I recognize that there is a change, and what's gonna happen when I go back home? Will I be able to fit into society there? You know, um, I don't know what to tell you guys, but in all, this experience in Japan was something that was very important to me before I came. It was my dream, basically. I had to come here. Didn't matter what the cost was. I had to come. I came. I did it. I've accomplished it. And it's over. That's a goal in and of itself. You know? So, I want to thank you guys all for following me on this journey in Japan. I'm not done making videos. I have a lot of footage that I have in my computer, and I still have to make videos about kaiten sushi, about Tokyo, about Osaka. I don't know what else I have on there, but there's at least 3 video blogs coming up that I'll do in the J-blog series. And in the J-Talk series, I won't stop what I've done so far. I'm going to keep going and try to explain all these different little facets of Japanese culture because I think there's a lot of people on YouTube talking about this stuff, but not quite in the same way that I've been talking about it. So I hope I can carve out a niche for myself on YouTube, and I hope it's something that my followers and the other people that discover my channel enjoy. So please subscribe, check it out, keep going, and if you have an experience like this, please post it in the comments section. Make a video response. I would love to have that type of interaction with you guys. So let's keep this going. Rock on. Love to Japan.